You take off your shoes at the end of a long day, and your legs feel like they are made of lead. The skin around your ankles is stretched so tight, it looks like it might tear, shiny and inflamed. Your socks have left deep, red trenches in your skin, and when you press your finger against your shin, a deep crater remains long after you pull your hand away. You mention this to your doctor, and the advice is infuriatingly generic. They tell you to eat less salt, write you a prescription for a harsh water pill, and tell you to put your feet up in your recliner. But you have tried all of that. You swallow the pill, rush to the bathroom all night, and by 3 o'clock the next afternoon, your legs are completely swollen again. You are trapped in a miserable cycle because the standard medical advice completely ignores the absolute laws of physics and biomechanics governing your cardiovascular system. Today, we are going to expose why the standard treatments are actively making your swelling worse. And we're going to walk through the #1 absolute best way to physically drain the fluid from your legs. It is a highly specific, 3-step mechanical protocol that requires zero equipment, costs nothing, and forces the fluid out of your tissues using the undeniable laws of gravity and biological suction. To understand why this protocol is the ultimate fix, you must first understand the catastrophic mechanical failure happening inside your legs right now. Your heart is a powerful pump that easily blasts blood down to your feet. But your venous system, the pipes responsible for bringing that fluid back up to your chest, does not have a dedicated pump. It has to fight a constant, exhausting battle against gravity. To do this, your veins rely on tiny, fragile trapdoors called valves. As we age, these valves become stretched and leaky. The blood falls backward, pools in the lower legs, and the pressure builds until the watery part of your blood literally seeps through the vein walls and drowns the surrounding tissue. This leaked water is called interstitial fluid. When you sit in a recliner with your feet on a small footstool, you are doing absolutely nothing to reverse this pressure. The fluid is still trapped. Furthermore, when you take a synthetic water pill, you are artificially draining fluid from your bloodstream, which thickens your blood and panics your kidneys into hoarding even more sodium the exact moment the pill wears off. You cannot fix a mechanical plumbing leak with a chemical pill. You have to use physics. The #1 absolute best way to drain this swelling is a biomechanical sequence called the gravity-assisted soleus vacuum. It completely bypasses your failing venous valves and manually forces the trapped fluid out of the interstitial swamp in your ankles, pushing it back up into your central circulation where your body can naturally dispose of it. This protocol combines 3 absolute forces: true hydrostatic inversion, isolated soleus pumping, and deep lymphatic suction. You must execute them simultaneously to break the swelling. The first phase of the protocol is true hydrostatic inversion. Sitting in a chair with your legs slightly propped up is a biological waste of time because your feet are still below your heart. Gravity is still trapping the fluid. To reverse the hydrostatic pressure, your feet must be physically elevated above the right atrium of your heart. You must get out of the chair and lie completely flat on your back, either on your bed or on the floor. Place 3 to 4 thick, firm pillows directly under your calves and heels. Your legs must be angled steeply upward, at least 12 to 18 inches above your chest. The exact second you enter this position, you remove the burden of gravity that your veins have been fighting all day. The fluid that has been relentlessly pressing against your skin finally has a downhill path to escape. But gravity alone is not fast enough to clear out chronic, heavy swelling. You must activate the second phase, the isolated soleus pump. Hidden deep underneath your large calf muscle is a specialized muscle called the soleus. Clinical researchers refer to the soleus as the second heart of the human body. Unlike other muscles that fatigue quickly, the soleus is designed to pump massive amounts of blood and lymphatic fluid continuously. While you are lying flat on your back with your legs steeply elevated on the pillows, you must manually trigger this second heart. Keeping your legs straight, forcefully pull your toes back toward your shins as far as they will go, feeling a deep stretch in your calf. Hold that tension for 2 seconds. Then, aggressively push your toes forward, pointing them away from you like you are pressing a heavy gas pedal. Hold that full extension for 2 seconds. Repeat this slow, forceful pumping motion 20 times. Every single time you push and pull those toes, the soleus muscle violently contracts. Because your legs are elevated, This muscular contraction acts like a massive biological squeegee. It crushes the deep veins in your legs, wringing them out like a wet towel, and forcefully shoots the trapped fluid down the downhill slope of your legs and straight toward your abdomen. Now the fluid is rushing out of your legs and pooling in your abdominal cavity. If you stop here, the fluid will just settle in your midsection. You must execute the third and most critical phase of the protocol to pull that fluid all the way up into your chest so your kidneys can filter it, the diaphragmatic lymphatic vacuum. Your lymphatic system is the biological sewer line responsible for carrying this excess swelling away, but it has no pump of its own. It relies entirely on the pressure changes inside your chest. The main lymphatic vessel, the thoracic duct, runs right up the center of your torso. While your legs are elevated and you are pumping your ankles, place both hands flat on your stomach. Take a massive, slow breath in through your nose for a count of 5 seconds. As you inhale, you must force your stomach to expand upward against your hands. Your upper chest should not move. This deep belly breath pulls your massive diaphragm muscle downward, which creates an intense negative pressure vacuum inside your chest cavity. This vacuum literally suctions the fluid out of your abdominal cavity and pulls it straight up into your central circulatory system. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 7 seconds. This is the ultimate protocol. Lie flat, elevate the legs steeply above the heart, pump the toes forcefully to engage the soleus, and breathe deeply into the belly to create the vacuum. You execute this exact combination for 15 unbroken minutes every single evening before you go to sleep. You are creating a perfect, synchronized biological machine. Gravity provides the slope, the soleus muscle provides the force, and the diaphragm provides the suction. Within 20 to 30 minutes of completing this protocol, you will likely experience a massive, undeniable urge to urinate. This is the ultimate proof that the protocol is working. Your body is naturally and safely flushing the toxic, inflammatory fluid that was suffocating your ankles just an hour prior, all without the dangerous, dehydrating shock of a synthetic water pill. However, to ensure your ankles stay permanently drained, you must lock the cellular doors so the fluid does not immediately leak back out the next morning. Your blood vessels become leaky in the first place because they are structurally starved of potassium and magnesium. A high-sodium diet forces your cells to hold on to water, but potassium and magnesium are the chemical keys that force the cells to release it. If you perform this physical vacuum protocol but continue to eat canned soups, deli meats, and foods devoid of minerals, your veins will remain highly porous. To seal the veins, you must consume a bioavailable source of these minerals daily. Swapping your standard table salt for a high-quality potassium chloride salt substitute, and taking a highly absorbable magnesium glycinate supplement in the evening provides your vascular system with the exact chemical mortar it needs to patch the microscopic leaks in your blood vessels. There is one critical, non-negotiable medical warning that must accompany any mechanical intervention for swelling. The gravity-assisted soleus vacuum protocol is designed strictly for bilateral edema, meaning both of your legs and both of your ankles are swelling equally at the same time. Equal swelling indicates a systemic mechanical or vascular issue. But if you look down and notice that only one leg is swollen, while the other looks completely normal, you must not elevate it, and you absolutely must not pump the ankle. Unilateral swelling is the cardinal, screaming red flag for a deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. This is a solid, highly dangerous blood clot lodged in the deep vein of that specific leg. The leg will often appear red, feel unusually warm, and throb with a deep, aching pain. If you use the soleus muscle to forcefully squeeze a leg with a DVT, you can break the clot loose. It will shoot up your venous system and slam directly into your lungs, causing a pulmonary embolism that can be instantly fatal. One swollen leg is an immediate, severe medical emergency requiring a hospital ultrasound. 2 swollen legs are a mechanical plumbing failure that you now know how to fix. You do not have to accept the heavy, painful burden of swollen legs as a mandatory condition of aging. Your body is governed by the strict laws of fluid dynamics, tissue permeability, and pressure gradients. You have been fighting gravity and losing because no one gave you the mechanical blueprint to fight back. The synthetic water pills are a temporary chemical illusion that damages your kidneys over time. Reclaim your mobility and your comfort by putting the laws of physics to work for you. Execute the gravity-assisted soleus vacuum every evening. Elevate properly, pump the second heart, breathe to create the suction, and feed your veins the magnesium they are begging for. This information is based entirely on advanced clinical biomechanics and physiological reflexology. It is strictly for educational purposes and is never a replacement for the personalized care of your physician. Stop masking the symptom and start physically fixing the plumbing. Take exceptional care of your vascular system, do the mechanical work, and your legs will respond. I will see you in the next video.